Hi guys, I'm back. I forgot to tell you something. I had decided that I don't want to just leave you with problems and not answers. And I told you about the analogy being a problem, but I didn't tell you what I do to solve it. And you know why I didn't tell you? Because I'm having one of those dingy days. I don't know what you call it for yourself if you have them, but it kind of makes sense. Like if you can have these magical days where everything's awesome and clicking and you're flying high. Sometimes I'd refer to it as being in the zone. And then my other INFJ friend, she'll have that too, and everything's clicking. But then you'll have an off day, and it kind of makes sense. So I've learned to just go with the flow. Like if I'm having a not great day, I try to just do low key things. Try to not think so much when you have those days. Like today, I'm just going to do errands. Hopefully, I can just clean and without my brain kind of flying around. But I'm not having a clicky day. But I still wanted to talk to you. So the remedy. I'm sorry, I didn't give you the remedy. Again, I don't believe in talking about problems and not talking about solutions. So the remedy for analogies. Because I told you not to use them, but I didn't tell you what to do instead. And when I say I'm telling you, I'm just telling you what I do. You can do them or not do them, of course, because we're pretty cool like that. So as INFJs, we like to think abstractly. We love painting pictures in our minds and then trying to communicate them. And by my excessive use of analogies, all right. Now I like doing it, and I'll do it with INFJs or INFPs or whatever, and they get me, but most people aren't getting me. And I see why I'm doing it, because I'm trying to prove my accuracy. I'll say, yeah, like this example and like this example. So first of all, there's that part that doesn't have to prove, okay? Proof. Those 80%, 70 to 80% sensor types, they didn't ask you to prove it, okay? But I think we're so used to being misunderstood that we just offer up proof over and over and over before they even ask. And maybe they weren't even going to ask, and this annoys them. Because I want to prove how accurate I am. I want to tell you how I came to the conclusions that I came to form my analogies. But guess what? Way too much thinking for most of those people. Save that for your intuitive feeling friends. They'll enjoy that. These guys won't. And then also I discovered I think I use my analogies to make kind of like the case for something. For my own deservedness, for whatever I'm trying to get, I don't need that. I don't need to prove that I deserve something. And this is just something I have to overcome. And I think that I've read that this is like one of our INFJ things, So my tip is, okay, when you feel that you might be starting to do that, you have the urge to prove that you're accurate, and here's why, and let's go in my data bank, and let's dig out every time this ever happened. I can feel you're relating to this right now, and you're not even near me. When you feel those urges to prove yourself, and you keep talking, stop. So the first way is to recognize you're doing it, which I'm here trying to help you see that. And then you'll learn to stop, okay? Because you don't have the right audience usually. Usually these times you're not with your friends, you're with your boss or something. And what this 80% wants to know, just give it to them straight. Give it to them straight. That's what they want, and that's okay. Get used to these sentences. Get comfortable with these sentences. Right here. I'd like to blah, 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 blah. Or I'd like you to blah, blah, blah. Okay? And that's going to change the dynamic of the conversation because you're going to hold their attention and not upset them. Because INFJs like the journey of talking and communicating. When you're with another one of us, you're gonna be on track from the get-go. When you're doing these analogies and you're like, hey, when blah blah blah, and then I would like to create that here. You don't have to say all that. You're gonna start talking, and they're already gonna be intuiting what you're talking about. It's great. It's magic. You need to have those friends in your life. But those usually aren't the people that you're living with and working for. So you have to learn to speak the language that they would like to receive you in. And I'd like you to get used to these 2 sentences right here. Over and over, over and over. Get used to it. To the degree that you want to get along with those people. Okay? It's not that we're inferior or something or broken. Nope. That's why I call you an advocate. It's just that we're the minority. That's all. That's all. To the degree you want to get along with them, gotta learn to speak their language, and then save all that fun stuff for the INF friends that you know and love. All right. So just skip all the analogies and go, I'd like to blah, blah, blah. I'd like to go to dinner. Or I'd like you to stop at the store and get some milk. Because sometimes these sentences go, I'd like to go out to dinner. And then you start listing 8 places that you went to dinner and that you hadn't gone to dinner in a long time. And remember how much fun we had that time? We went to dinner by the mill. And no, just get to the point. There's nothing wrong with you doing this, but just recognize your audience. And I'd like you to get some milk. You don't have to say, remember all those times I get you stuff, and because you know that person, so you already know what they're thinking, and you've got all your counters, and you don't have to do all that because we like to think from all different angles. Hey, I love it. I'm not telling you you can't be like that. I'm just saying, know your audience because they don't want to hear all that. All right. So that's your remedy. I'm sorry I didn't put that in the first video. But next, first I got my camera stabilized. Next I'll change the light bulb. This is kind of yellow. And then who knows, maybe one day I'll learn to edit. Okay? Thank you. Talk to you whenever I get inspired. And hopefully I'll have one of those great brain days. All right? Thanks, guys. Bye.